What's going on, guys? So I was browsing through my Facebook feed and I saw this right here. It says Respawn is working on a Star Wars strategy game with former XCOM devs here. All right, so Respawn Entertainment is working on not one but three new Star Wars games. Wow. Okay, you may not be too surprised to hear that one of them is a follow-up to Jedi Fallen Order, which was a hit. Is one of, I would say, probably, from what I understand, one of the best Star Wars games that's been made. Though you're also getting a new first person shooter and a strategy game. First person shooter? Okay, interesting. EA doesn't offer many details, though we know the strategy game is being developed through a production collaboration with former Firaxis art director Greg. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that correctly. Fort's new studio Bit Reactor. EA says that Respawn will be on production duties while Bit Reactor handles development. During his time at Firaxis, Furch worked on XCOM 2, Civilization 4, and more before leaving in 2019. Following a stint in consultation, Forge then unveiled Bit Reactor last week. Alongside Forge, you also got other lead developers and Why does this keep changing like that? And creators who worked on the XCOM series. If you're looking for a tease on what Bit Reactor Star Wars game could look like, the studio explained in a press release that its aim is to usher in the future of turn-based tactics games. As games genres of all types see refreshed takes in the new generation of technology, one thing is clear in that turn-based tactic games have been greatly overlooked and have enormous amount of room for innovation for a set at a time. Interesting. Okay, so we know it's turn-based. We know it's a strategy game. Ooh, so this is. I was thinking. I was like, is it gonna be more Empires at War, or is it gonna be more like Star Wars Rebellion? Neither of those games were turn-based, so this is gonna be different. We have a very oriented culture, and we've assembled an amazing group of talented, experienced, and dedicated game developers to inject rich storytelling, immersive presentation, and rock-solid game mechanics to give this genre its rightful time to shine. A golden age of turn-based games is upon us. Ooh, that's exciting here. As for Respawn's FPS game, Peter Hirschman is serving as game director. He initially worked for LucasArts, very good, from 2002 to 2008, joining Respawn in 2016 after stints elsewhere. During his time at LucasArts, he worked on multiple Star Wars Battlefront games, The Force Unleashed, Empire at War, Lethal Alliance, and more. Quite suited for the gig then. I wish he was doing a Star Wars game, strategy game, not the first person, but okay. That's a lot for now. Detail-wise, though, Respawn is staffing up for the games and says that work has already begun on all three of these projects. Exciting. There are plenty other Star Wars games on Horizon 2. The Detroit Become Human devs are working on Star Wars Eclipse, which is supposed to be another MMO. If you're looking for some of the best Star Wars games you can play on PC right now, though, you only need follow the link. That link. Okay. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of great games here. Empire at War. Where is Rebellion? It is one of the best. So, what do we learn from this year? Well, we know it's turn-based, and I don't think a turn-based Star Wars strategy game has been done before. So that's going to be brand new. That's going to be fresh. I really like the way they're kind of positioning it. That it's going to be a new golden age kind of thing. Of turn-based games. So I'm very, very interested to see what they have in store for us. I really hope it's more like Rebellion than Empires at War. While I do like Empires at War, I really like the freedom of Rebellion. Those massive amounts of systems where you can hide your rebel base anywhere. The freedom to go from one side of the galaxy to the other, and not having to traverse like actual lanes. You just like, all right, I want to go from Hoth to Yavin, and you don't have to follow like a predetermined route. They'll just go. So things like that, I really, really hope they go in that kind of direction. But yeah, it's the beginning of the project, so it's probably, it's 2022. We're probably not going to see anything for this game probably until like late 2023, 2024, probably with a late 2024, maybe 2025 release. So it's beginning now, which is great, but we still have a couple years to go through, so, I really wish, it does kind of worry me, though, that EA is kind of the publisher for this. they're responsible for such great works like Battlefronts, the remade version that suffered horribly, and then the Battlefront 2, which thankfully got good, but was released in horrible shape, and they kind of dumped on Battlefront 2 after the last release like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So the game is completely bugged out, and EA doesn't want to kind of continue it because they're done with it. So people are having trouble with multiplayer. So I don't have great confidence in EA. Honestly, I really wished Star Wars franchise would go to like Slytherin, because I know it would be in good hands, and really good hands. I know they would do it justice. But since Star Wars is now still with the EA, we look at Slytherin and Matrix. They might look at other IPs, Expanse or Star Trek. Hopefully. All right, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. Catch you next one. See you then.